Hello, Lori Michelle Moshiach with lesson 4 in the series that I've created, Explaining God's Creation. These are Hashem's explanations about what's behind everything, what's behind creation, humanity, and our world. And I go into much greater detail in my book, Blindsided by Messiah, but Hashem instructed me to do 4 short videos giving you the highlights, if you will, of what's in the book to give you a better understanding of the kind of information that he's shared with me over the years. This information is mind-bending, but it's also very connecting and very understandable, a down-to-earth explanation about creation. Today's lesson is, who are Adam and Chava's children? Adam and Chavah, Adam and Eve, to many people in the world, had children. They were on this earth for about 900 years. And they had children, many children, and grandchildren and great-grandchildren during that period of time. So who were they? That's where I'm going today. A deeper explanation on who the first family truly was. I'm going to read a couple of paragraphs from the book just to give you an idea, and then I'll summarize after. In Mr. Peabody and Sherman, likely one of the most important chapters, he says they're all important. On page 321, I'm just going to read a couple of sentences. If what Hashem has told me about Adam is true, and hopefully you watched that lesson, this means the progeny of Adam and Chavah are both the spiritual and physical children of God himself and his Shekhinah, who are the first children born to the first married couple and parents of humanity, the Jewish children. If you're an anti-Semite, keep watching, because anti-Semitism and hatred and bigotry needs to go. It's the work of evil. It's the work of Yetzer Hara. There's no room for that in this world. If you want world peace, continue to listen. If you don't understand what I just said, you need to watch lessons 1 through 3 and then come back to this lesson. More importantly, you need to buy this book and read it from beginning to end. I continue on page 324, just 2 more paragraphs, and then I will summarize. In a nutshell, the way I prefer things, the Jewish children are Hashem's children, body and soul, born through the first Jewish mother, Chava. The rest of humanity are the spiritual and physical offspring of the Jewish children. Someone who isn't Jewish might read this and ask, if the first mother of the human race was Jewish, then wouldn't every person in humanity be Jewish too? Good question. The answer is no. Everyone isn't Jewish, and the explanation lies in Hashem's master plan. He created the model for the nuclear family for all the world to emulate. Adam and Chavah were the first married couple and parents to procreate and have their own family. The family became his Jewish children and subsequently were designated as his chosen to be the light unto the nations. The first family, Adam and Chavah, secretly Hashem and his Shekhinah, and all their offspring is the family model meant for the world to follow and revere. After the flood, Hashem decreed a separate physical route for Jewish souls to enter the world, first through Shem, Noah's son, then through the Jewish mother. By retaining the Jewish family in its separate identity, we retain this model family. Hashem also retains his ability to follow and watch after his own children, body and soul. The rest of humanity, being the spiritual and physical offspring of the Jewish children, is understandably quite an extrapolation, and this statement will likely disturb the most ardent anti-Semite, but it will turn on a light bulb for those who truly desire world peace. If what I am saying here is the truth, that we are all parent and child to each other intrinsically, that means we are one gigantic and very dysfunctional family. Can't we try to get along? Let's see. That's the purpose of God's charity and the organization running on love, to bring peace through love, education, and charity led by your Moshiach. The master plan is to bring us together as one family under one God. It's often said that we are one family, and this isn't something most God-loving people will deny. However, to say the Jews are your parents, or to say the nations of the world are the children of the Jews, is a tough explanation to sell. I'm not trying to sell anything to anyone. I'm simply presenting this as an explanation that Hashem has given me. You can read the rest yourself, but I will say this is the most understandable, knowable, complete explanation I have ever heard. I'm not a religious person even now. I am a God-loving Moshiach. I don't have a religion. I've stated this before. I am Jewish in this lifetime, meaning I have a Jewish mother and father. My father is deceased, and my lineage goes back to Adam and Chavah according to Hashem. I am Jewish in this lifetime. I do want to add one thing. Hashem has said that although Chavah, I stated in the book, is a Jewish mother, meaning she gave birth to the Jewish children, he says his Shekhinah is not Jewish. So what does this mean? I'm Jewish. I'm born to a Jewish mother. I have Jewish children. My children are Jewish. He says Jewish and non-Jewish is a soul designation of his children, and not a soul designation of Hashem or his Shekhinah. It's complicated. I'm going to leave it at that, but there are really two kinds of souls in this world, Jewish and non-Jewish. And everyone came from Hashem and Shekhinah, and ultimately everyone is offspring of his Jewish children. So why are the Jewish children chosen to be the light unto the nations? They're his children, body and soul. They were the first children, the first souls created in this crazy family that we have now. We're all related. We are all, he says, blood relations. Cousins, nephews, aunts, uncles, sisters, brothers, that's what we are. And he chose his children to lead the charge to teach Torah around the world. And who's at the helm? His queen, Moshiach. Moshiach is a teacher, mom. Your first teacher that you ever had was your mom. So why is this such a problem for everyone to understand that Moshiach is indeed female? In Torah, it's taught that it's often that souls will incarnate in the opposite gender vessel to learn a lesson. Men, male souls, will incarnate as female. And if you ask a rabbi, he'll tell you that's a punishment. And Hashem says, no, it's not a punishment. And female souls will incarnate as men. And I've stated so in my book. Shekhinah My soul, he says, has incarnate more as a male person in a male body than female, because in this world, women aren't appreciated. They don't accomplish much in this world. They bring children into this world. In this generation, women have careers, but I would argue that women with careers in this generation are a cause of our failure, not our success. That's a whole nother conversation. I was a career woman. I made lots of money. I know. We're not here to compete with each other. Jews and non-Jews are not here to compete with each other. We're here to be symbiotic and help one another. Jews are not, by birth, better than anyone else. They are chosen to be better by living the truth, living his laws, showing the world how we're supposed to be. And so now, here we are in the year 2019, and he sent me to lead the charge, to get you to understand that we're truly, physically, a family. We came from one God, Father, who incognito walked around this world for about 900 years as the first physical father. There's so much that we could learn from this if you're willing, but you need to listen. You can't just hear my words and X out of the box, unsubscribe, get me off this running on love page. Why would you do that? No one else in this world has answers like I have. And whether you believe them or not, please entertain them, meaning consider them. Put your need to be right on a shelf, buy my book finally, go on Amazon, and learn another commentary about Torah, one that combines us and has the potential to bring world peace now. There it is, lesson 4 in this 4-part series. The Father, Hashem, the Mother, Shekhinah, Adam and Chavah had children, and they had children, and they had children, and now we have a mess. But we have an opportunity to come together as one huge family and love each other, maybe for the first time in creation. I hope you'll listen. I'm telling the truth. Go online. It's a really good book, whether you believe me or not. God bless you. Peace on earth now. God bless you.